The method that we will create now will be called contains, and it will simply tell us if our binary search tree contains a given value. If our binary search tree does contain the value, it will return true. If not, it will return false. So we will write bst.prototype.contains equals a function, and it takes in a value as a parameter. The first thing that we are going to do inside of this method is check to see if the value we are looking for matches the value of the node that we are acting on. So we will say, if the value passed in equals this dot value, then we return true. Now, if the value passed in doesn't equal the value of this node, we are going to be left with two options. Either the value passed in is less than the value of the current node, or it is greater than the value of the current node. So let's deal with these two situations now. We will say, if the value passed in is less than this dot value, do something inside of here. Else, if the value passed in is greater than this dot value, do something else here. Okay, so if the value passed in is less than the current node, what do we do? Well, we know that we want to go to the left, and there are two situations that we have to account for. Is there a left child node here or not? If there is no left child node, we simply want to return false because we know that the tree does not contain the value that we are looking for. So we say, if there is no this dot left, return false. Otherwise, or else, if there is a left child there, we want to run our contains method on this child node, so we say return this dot left dot contains and pass in the value that we are looking for. Great, so that takes care of our left side. Now, if our value is greater than the value of the current node, we want to go to the right. So in this else if block, we will do something very similar to our if block up here, except we will just be doing it for the right side instead of the left side this time. So we will say, if there is no this dot right, we will simply return false. Else we will return this dot right dot contains and pass in the value. And that is it. Our contains method is complete. And by recursively using our contains method on right or left branches as we move through the tree, we will correctly return whether or not the value we are looking for actually resides in the tree. Let's test our contains method in the next video to make sure that it works correctly.